Hello student, a very warm good morning to you. This is the next video of chapter 3. If the soldiers were let down by their generals or even the emperor. Again, our picture of the Roman army depends largely on the way they were portrayed by the historians. With senatorial sympathy, the Senate hated and feared the army. The Senate hated and feared the army because it was a source of often unpredictable violence, especially in the tense condition of the 3rd century when government was forced to tax more heavily to pay for its mounting military expenditure. The emperor, the aristocracy, and the army. These three things, emperor, aristocracy, and the army, were the three main players in the political history of the empire. The success of individual emperor depended on their control of the army. वही राजा सक्सेसफुल माना जाता था जिसका अपनी आर्मी के ऊपर पूरा कंट्रोल हो. एंड व्हेन द आर्मीज वर डिवाइडेड, the result usually was the civil war, except for one notorious year when 4 emperors mounted the throne in quick succession. The first 2 centuries were on the whole free from civil war and in this sense relatively stable. Succession to the throne was based as far as possible on family descent, either natural or adopted, and even the army was strongly wedded to this principle. For example, Tiberius in the long line of Roman emperor was not the natural son of Augustus. इसका मतलब है जो टिबरियस थे वो अगस्टस के नेचुरल बेटे नहीं थे. He was adopted. The ruler who founded the principate, but Augustus adopted him to ensure a smooth transition. External war was also much less common in the first 2 centuries. The empire inherited by Tiberius from Augustus was already so vast that further expansion was felt to be unnecessary. Means जो टिबरियस को अगस्टस से जो एम्पायर मिला था वो काफ़ी बड़ा था. इसके लिए जरूरी नहीं था कि वो और भी टेरिटरीज को कंट्रोल करें. इन फैक्ट द अगस्टस एज इज रिमेंबर्ड फॉर द पीस इट शेयर्ड इन आफ्टर डेकेड of inherited strife and centuries of military conquest. The only major campaign of expansion in the early empire was Trajan's fruitless occupation of territory across the Farad.